Hello Virgo, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your June 2020 tarot forecast, and your theme of the month is temperance. So it's all about balance, patience, synergy. No matter what's going on in your outside world, finding that inner balance within. And then once you've done that within, then everything else will seem a little bit more tolerable no matter what's going on in your world, okay? So I'm going to start pulling some cards to see how the rest of the month is going for you, but before I do, I know that less than 5% of you who are watching right now are subscribed to my channel, and if you have watched my videos previously or plan on watching more, it really does help me out a lot if you just press that little subscribe button, and then if you like the video, or if even a little bit resonates with you, if you can press the like button, I would really appreciate that a lot. Okay, so let's see what the rest of the month is looking for you, or how it's looking. There we go. All right, we'll see kind of why you need to come into balance. Interesting. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to pull some clarification cards. All right, that's good. Okay, so you're coming up as the Eight of Swords. So at this present moment, or at least for a good part of June, on the surface, you're going to be really stuck in your head, and that's usually due to stress. So maybe there's a stressful situation that you mentally think is potentially out of your control, and it might be something to do with the legal system, or potentially a particular decision you're waiting for, because you know what you need to know about. We've got the Justice card, so that's about justice. Will there be a just decision? So it's something that you're obviously having to wait around for. It might not necessarily be legal. It could be, you know, just a certain person being able to come to a clear decision, or it could be something within any type of organizational structure that has rules and regulations, and you're hoping that justice will prevail. I think you should be getting, you should be getting a positive message this month. That's something that you can work with, okay? Because we've got what's between you and justice is the Knight of Wands coming towards you with a message. So, and that's clarified by the Three of Discs work. I feel like you're obviously so stressed about this decision because the Justice card is being clarified by the Seven of Discs failure. And I think that maybe you are just convinced that you're not going to win, that you're going to lose out on this decision, that you're going to lose money potentially lose the contract, land, things like that. Even though at the present moment, you know, you're feeling really stressed and locked into your negative pattern of thinking. Maybe you go into a certain mental state when you get stressed. Well, that's definitely happening. And you might think that people around you don't notice it because you try really hard to keep it under wraps, but they notice. Now, one good thing about that is it's clarified by the stars. So even though on the surface you're super stressed and you're probably thinking a lot of negative thoughts that are, or at least like stubborn thoughts that are stuck in a certain way, you've trapped yourself mentally in a way, at least within your frame of mind, but that's clarified by the star. So I do feel that this may allow, the surface emotion is happening, but beneath the surface there is some sort of awakening, realization, vulnerability, maybe there is actually hope deep down, you just may not consciously recognize it. Now in the past we've got the King of Wands clarified by the Eight of Wands swiftness. So I feel like there may have been, whatever this situation that has to do with, you know, waiting for a decision, whether it's legal or not, or waiting to see things clearly. I feel like in the recent past there have been a lot of messages from someone who I believe wants to help you. So that could be your lawyer, that could be a friend, that could be a family member, that could be someone representing you at work, like a supervisor. And I think there have been recently a lot of messages which has led up that it's now getting to the crescendo. The outcome is that I believe the decision will be very favorable towards you, you may not expect it because you're being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Your outcome is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the outcome itself is the King of Cups facing towards you. So I think that you are going to be getting a message about, you know, everything's going to be fine and you'll have security in the future. So I don't think that you'll have to go through something like this again. I think it will definitely be over. You're definitely going to gain a little bit of money or at least security, but I would say that the outcome is going to be probably around 90% of what you want, or 90% in your favor, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I do see a positive outcome. Everything is looking good towards you. I think there are more people rooting for you than you realize. If this is some sort of, you know, awkward work-related thing or legal-related thing, maybe the certain people that you're involved with, you may not realize this, but they may not necessarily express it overtly, but they're on your side and they're really wanting to help you out. So justice will prevail, and that's why they're kind of wanting to help you out. So that's good. All right, let's pick a few advice cards. So that's probably why you feel you have this as your theme, because you're obviously stressed about this, and you're going to balance out specifically your perspective. And I believe that your perspective will be balanced out more when you have a decision and you feel a bit more security and you know what's going on. It's like, okay, there's that decision. Now I know. Now I don't have to stress about it anymore. All right, let's get some advice cards. And then definitely make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards. All right. First advice card, 7 of Cups. You may not be looking at the situation clearly, and that kind of does make sense because you also have the 8 of Swords representing you. I think that sometimes when you get stuck in your head due to like emotional insecurity and imbalance and confusion, you're not looking at things clearly. So I feel like you might be actually looking at the situation thinking it's this horrible situation, but it's actually not. Your judgment is so clouded, and there's a lot of confusion. So I honestly, any stress that you have about the situation, it's all from your head. It actually doesn't adequately represent the situation because you're not looking at the situation from a clear, balanced perspective, but you will come back into balance, okay? Your second advice card is the Empress. So you need to know that, you know, you are a queen or a king, and you absolutely deserve to also treat yourself. It's good to take some time to step back and look at how far you've come in the world and how much you've accomplished. Sometimes we don't take the time to do that. And then not only do that, but also treat yourself, enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've done a lot to work to where you are, and you should be very proud of yourself and treat yourself and take care of yourself. And if you do have to show up to something, like whether it's a legal decision or something like that, I want you to dress really, really nice and present yourself really nice, like a queen or a king. So just, that's how I want you to present yourself, okay? Now, your third advice card is the 7 of Swords. So I feel like someone might be, okay, this could actually mean one of two things. Someone might be hiding certain pieces of information and being really deceitful. But also, if this might be an advice for you, is you might actually want to hide certain pieces of information that may not serve you. You know, if you think that that might help you, just saying. This video is for entertainment purposes only, by the way. Fourth advice card before we get to the destiny cards, we've got the 3 of Cups. You also want to celebrate. So if you are able to, you know, meet up with people and, you know, have dinner or have lunch or have a few drinks or just hang out at the park or whatever it is, you really need to do that and just actually focus on, you know, enjoying your community and hanging out with people and just having a bit of fun, you know? It shouldn't be all about stress. You're definitely really stressed. So you need to do a few things to de-stress, like treating yourself and hanging out with friends, okay? All right, and family that you like. So pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You're going to pick your own destiny cards. So if this does resonate with you, please do comment below. I'm really curious. Is there some sort of, you know, legal decision that you're waiting for, or some information you're waiting for from someone in particular? Yeah, some sort of decision. Please let me know. Ah. These are such a massive deck. I've never had a deck this big before. Oh my God. Shuffling them. And I like to think I'm a really good shuffler too. All right, 1, 2, or 3. Pick the number that first sticks out in your head. That's your intuition. All right, if you picked 1, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Karma is in your favor. Look at that. We have got the 9 of Pentacles, Fortune, and Wheel of Fortune again. So if you picked 1, you actually got all 3 Wheel of Fortune. So you honestly, karma is gonna come in your favor. You know, if this is a decision relating to work or finances or anything like that, you're gonna come out on top. Honestly, I would not even worry. And if you're thinking, what are you talking about? That's not gonna happen. The Wheel of Fortune is something unexpected might come into play, or it's just unexpected. But I feel like because they're both positively aspected, very positively aspected, yeah. And you know, we also had the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Discs twice, so I think you're gonna get like 90% maybe of what you want, but you'll be quite happy with that. Isn't that an A for a grade? All right, if you pick 2, there you go. If you pick 2, the fallout is gonna suck, it's gonna be painful, but then it will be over forever. And then you need to be very, very careful with who or what you invest your emotional energy in, and maybe have a little bit better boundaries. Just because you feel good about someone or something doesn't mean you should go in straight away. You also need to use your head a little bit, not just go completely on your first impulse. But yeah, if this has to do with, you know, legal issues or a boss, or, you know, those are, or a partner, those are all different examples of relationships. So whatever that is, the relationship will completely be over. Like, it's done. It's over forever. If you pick 3, all right, well, if you pick 3, we've got on the surface the High Priest, Princess of Discs, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like, yes, there definitely will be a decision from a higher authority. I feel like this might be, if you pick 3, it may more likely be something within your work or some sort of an institution but this could be legal as well, to be honest. So anyways, but there will be someone kind of closer to the top making this decision. Maybe not the original person that was meant to make the decision. And I mean, I think all you have to do is stay grounded and true to yourself. I mean, you are an earth sign, and we've got the Princess of Discs, so you just gotta be practical, be sensible, and, you know, move forward with what you know. And honestly, you might feel more strong if you go out and connect with nature and, you know, walk on the grass in your bare feet, things like that, because you are an earth energy, and connecting with the earth energy physically, I think, might help make you feel a bit more grounded, because this can be a chaotic situation, but you'll get it all under wraps. It's fine. And your advice card is the 10 of Pentacles. So like, you're gonna win. You're gonna come out on top, honestly. Like, you've got the security coming. Obviously this needed to happen because the outcome is gonna be so good for you. So it's really good to get this out of the way, whatever this drama is. So yeah, just do your best to keep your cool. Karma's on your side. Yeah. If you'd like a private reading, please send me an email or check out my website. That's in the description below. Definitely subscribe if you want to see my monthly and mid-monthly videos. Comment below if you have nice things to say. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. The Lovers. So I feel like if this has something to do with the previous partnership, whether it was, you know, work, friend, family, or a lover, you know, you will be able to get a better, more balanced and equal connection. And also I think you'll be able to work better on your self-love and find that internal balance of masculine and feminine. And you also might just want to go on a holiday when all this is over, if you can. Have a great month. Bye.